Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 011, Arithmetic, Section 4.7, Problem 17. This is Section 4.7, Problem 17. It says the average speed of cars on Ellsbury Street was 40 miles per hour. When the Fall River Police Department leaves a cruiser parked on the street, the average speed drops to 32 miles per hour. What is the percent decrease? So we have a formula for percent decrease, and that formula is percent decrease equals amount of decrease over original amount. That's the formula. It's a fairly easy formula. So the amount of the decrease, if I'm decreasing from an average speed of 40 miles per hour down to an average speed of 32 miles per hour, that's a decrease of 8 miles per hour. So the amount of the decrease is 8. The original amount is 40. That's what we started at. I went down to 32, but the original amount is 40. So I have 8 over 40. That is the answer, but it's really not in the right form. I want the form as a percent. So I have a fraction here. I can reduce it a little bit. I'm going to turn it into a decimal and then convert the decimal to a percent. So if you can use a calculator for your class, just do the numerator, divide by the denominator equals, and you'll get your decimal. And then you'll still have to convert it to a percent. If you can't use a calculator, then I would reduce first. 8 divides into 8 once, 8 divides into 40 5 times. That'll help. You could do 40 divided into 8 and you'll get the right answer, but smaller numbers will be easier. So if you cannot use a calculator, what you do is, let's see, 5 divides into 1. The denominator divides into the numerator. Well, 1's not big enough. 5 just won't divide into it. So what you have to do is write the 1 as a 1.0 and treat it as if it's a 10. So 1.0 is still 1. Take that decimal that you put in, just bring it straight up vertically, and 5 divides into 10 twice. 2 times 5 is 10, 10 minus 10, the remainder is 0. Fits in perfect. So as a decimal, the answer is 0.2. We still have to make that a percent. Remember, as a percent, 0.2 is 20%, not 2%. That's a very common mistake. And again, the reasoning is to convert a decimal to a percent. You have to take the decimal point where it's showing up in your decimal and pull it to the right 2 positions. So you go 1 position, you come to the other side of the 2. 1 more, you create a blank spot that's filled in with a 0. So it's 20%. So if your speed, your average speed drops from 40 miles an hour to 32 miles an hour because people driving by see a police cruiser parked on the side of the road and they don't want to get a ticket, that represents a 20% drop in speed.